How you doing, people? Robert here, aka Robess, Anti-Corruption Scotland. This morning I've come up to Frank's to have a talk to him about yesterday. Right now, there's serious implications here, people, because it's wrong, right? What's happening to this man? As far as I'm concerned, the Glasgow Sheriff Court, the police constables, the Procurator Fiscals, the magistrates and sheriffs are domestic terrorists, and they're using paper terrorism. And the reason I say that, people, is because they're terrorising this man unlawfully, knowing it's wrong and still willfully and deliberately doing what they're doing, and it's not acceptable. I'm trying my best to help this guy. I got a numpty on TikTok this morning, slating me that it's my fault he get to jail. Well, am I responsible for a criminal sitting on a bench with another criminal shouting and bawling at this man because he's trying to argue his case and then saying he's failed to appear? Is that my fault? Did I tell him to do that? There's a lot of people out there shout their mouth off, let their belly run, and they don't know the first thing about what I'm doing and what this man's doing, everybody else that's fighting the system's doing. So for this is a message to use people. See if you're going to try and slate a man for doing a right thing to try and help a man or other people, stay off my page, right? You're not welcome, right? You don't know what you're talking about. And the question I've got to ask all you mouthpieces is, what are you doing to help people like this man? It was disgusting yesterday. There were only 7 hours in this court, right? It's wrong. We should have hundreds and thousands in this court to send out a clear message that the people are taking no more, right? That's as simple as it should be. And until that happens, we're not going to get change. Now, I'm going to get to the point with the man, Frank, right? The loving man. That's what he is. And again, I hope you can see him, because yesterday they couldn't see him in the building. He wasn't there. I don't know what kind of, I think they need to go to Specsavers to be quite truthful, people, because these people are having a problem with their vision. Somebody's in front of them, they can't see them. I hope they've not got a driving licence, right? Anyway, Frank, yesterday you seen what occurred in the Court 1A with a man acting as magistrate known by the name of Thomas Rowett, right? I don't know who the legal advisor was, but Thomas Rowett was the culprit, right? And then we had the entity known as Procurator Fiscal asking for a warrant for failure to appear. He's another one that needs to go to Specsavers. And the best of his, people, he was wearing glasses, so I don't know what his problem is. Now, Frank, you've already spent 24 days in custody previously to yesterday, am I right?
That's correct.
You lost a stone and a half in custody, yes. You were ill because you were locked up for no good reason, am I right?
23 hours a day, let out for 1 hour, 24 hours a day.
How long did you feel bad? The 24 days, did you really feel disgusted, and what happened to you?
24 days, didn't know if it was going to get out or no, because they cut me off communication from all the outside world with my family and friends. Nobody knew where I was.
Yesterday, Frank, you kind of found it hard to comprehend because you were kind of shocked. You didn't realise that a warrant had been issued, am I correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Right, and the man on the bench with the witch, known as a legal advisor, was shouting and bawling at you get out of the court. You had no business, am I correct?
That's correct.
And you had no standing.
I think John Lawless, the second name says it all, was the guy that was sitting on the bench, on his wee bench, didn't put the big bench.
What he means is the clerk at the front of the bench, people. That's what he means. So you understand. Now, correct me and confirm here. I went yesterday to the criminal's office, clerk's office, with yourself and other people, am I right?
That's correct.
And I tried my very hardest to try and get the warrant recalled.
That's also correct.
And a clerk came out and told me to come outside to speak to me. And then she approached another clerk to go back down to the court and try and resolve this matter. Am I correct?
That is correct, yeah.
And I would like to verify it. There's a couple of clerks there yesterday was very helpful with us.
That's also correct.
I slate these people, but the people there is good people here, people. And that was proven yesterday because the woman did go down and try and sort out the warrant. But the man in the Mickey Mouse Kangaroo Court would not wear it. And that's wrong. Now, Frank, we walked out the court yesterday, am I correct?
That's right.
And the reason we walked out the court yesterday is because I knew they didn't have a warrant.
That's also correct.
Right, that's the point, people. They didn't have the warrant, so they can't arrest them because it'd be a false arrest. The two constables came down to the court while we were ready to get into the lift, and the constable in the Mickey Mouse Court nudged to them that he was standing there. Am I right?
That's correct, yeah.
They looked over and they didn't make a move, people. They know why, because there was no warrant. Am I right?
That is correct, yes.
We went up the lift and left the building and we did the video outside.
That's correct, yeah.
Now, Frank, when you came home last night knowing there were a warrant out for your arrest for failure to appear, how does that make you feel inside?
Well, it's terrorist after you and just once they capture you, you just lock you up and you're a slave. They don't feed you, only rations, and you woke up every hour before you go to court.
How does it feel that you're now going to go back to Berlin for no good reason?
Oh, I'm devastated. Downhearted.
Right, people, I'm going to say something here, right? Now, it's my understanding this man's lost a stone and a half the last time he was in there, right?
That's correct.
And to be truthful, I've got concerns about this man's well-being. This man is 75 years old. Frank, have you ever been in bother with the police?
Never. No criminal record for 75 years.
There you go, people. There's a man there, 75 years of age. He's never had a criminal record. And because of 3 motor offences, and I remind the people, 3 motor offences, the 3 scenarios is points on a licence or a fine, community service and a fine or a deferred sentence. There is no victim of a crime and there is nobody making a claim. Not even the Procurator Fiscal can make a claim. It's a complaint. It's a legal terminology to throw people off, to think that they've got and show that they've kind of got presumption of authority, which is wrong. Now, Frank, you're going to be on edge for the next few days, aren't you?
I'm on edge right now and I have been since yesterday.
I came to his window, people, he was sitting having a cup of tea and he got a fright because he thought it was a police at his door. That's how on edge he is, and I can verify this even under a charge of perjury, right? This isn't acceptable, people, and you people have to start standing up and coming together to stop this. Now, I've said to Frank, is to pick a day, right? Because they're coming from, no matter what he does or does not do, they're coming from at one point, right? It's just when they decide to come. And I've told him if they come on a Friday, he's in all weekend. And if he goes in at the wrong time during the day to hand himself in, which is the most likelihood, the best and safest way to do it to get to court the next day, that's what he should do as far as I'm concerned, because they're coming from. He's not got a choice in this matter, people. And this is what people don't understand and comprehend. This is not a game, people. This is deadly fucking serious, right? People are losing their freedom for no good reason when there's no a crime in law and there's no a victim, a man or woman making a claim. He's done nothing wrong. He's broke a rule. An offence is an infraction of a rule. It is not a law. Your government is not sovereign. The courts are not sovereign. They're all private corporations registered and done in Bradstreet trading for profit. It is commerce, maritime law, the law of contract, right? It's terrible. As I said yesterday, people, when I did the video last night, I'm going to have to kind of go out my way and beyond to try and assist this man, to try and help him to get him out of prison, right? Because he's getting put there unlawfully. They know it. They're willfully and deliberately doing what they're doing, knowing it's wrong and still doing it. I've told Frank, he knows my address now. He knows my house position, my name, where I stay. So the last time he couldn't get correspondence. This time will probably be the same situation. They've not got the right to deny him contact with family and friends. Right, people, that's breaking the law. And it's wrong. So I'm hoping everything is all right with Frank when he gets arrested, because he is going to get arrested, no doubt. And I feel I feel really gutted here. And this is not about me doing a video interviewing this guy. I'm actually doing this with good heart and good intention, and I'm really trying to assist this guy. And yet the numpties that's out there trying to slate me have no justification to slate myself for what I'm doing, because I'm doing it for the right reason. I don't ask for nothing off of anybody, and I'm trying to help this guy. I can't even go on with my own stuff because I put everything on hold to try and assist this man. And yesterday I proved the point when I tried to get a warrant recalled, right? The Crown copyright document was shown to the clerk, and it showed that it was Francis Owen McMorrow, and they've got the wrong name on the document, right? That tells you enough. That's no him that they're arresting. So what they're basically doing is ignoring a Crown copyright document and calling it a liar. That's saying it copyrighted the name, people, but yet they're trying to give him another name. Do you get where I'm going with this? I hope that Frank's going to be all right. I'm concerned. We're running out of time in the video, people. I can see the time here. You want to say anything quick before we go, Frank?
I've never been formally charged, so why should I hand myself in? I've got no case to answer to. But it's one of these, and they don't have a warrant when they come for you. There's not a wetting signature on it. Any GIP does that, he gets 7 years in jail under the penalty of perjury. So there you go, Peter. You've heard that. He's not been formally charged. Even with the police station, he's not been formally charged with any charge. Right? And I know for a fact that that's what they do. Anyway, people, I'm going to leave it there because we're running out of time. Please take care. Be safe. Pay attention to what you've been told. Please make this video viral. It's very important information and it's very damning.
to the system. Take care, people. Bye bye.
Wake up.